I will tell them to join. There is no right time, no good time, not the best time, not the best age to do anything. The moment is now. You take care of it now and give it a shot. Like I mentioned to you, even if you fail, that's going to be a stepping stone. But if you still do nothing, nothing's going to happen. If you stay in your chair and do the same freaking things, stand up, go to work, come back, stand up, drive, come back, nothing's going to happen. If you do the same, you don't join, you just do the same thing, go to work and all this thing, nothing's going to happen. You're just going to stay stuck. Same freaking hole, same chair, same house, same everything.
AI is probably going to work circles around what any human could do, right? And so, again, it's either you get ahead of it and, jump in on the early stages before the world takes over AI, or, get left behind and try to circle back when it's saturated or everybody else is doing it. But yeah, publishing with AI is scary, but it doesn't have to be if you get in and, you work it. But jump on the AI course because it's the future, and if you don't do it now, it might be too late. And you either get left behind or you adapt, right?
Oh, I started out with that other company, the one that's had a horrible experience. I gave them my money. I had to raise a big stink to get the money back. It was a total sham. They tried to hustle me. So I was coming out of that kind of burnt and everything. But I really came into your program because of you, okay? And I felt that I could trust you. And it was all about human contact. With them, it wasn't. It was a hustle. I mean, if they were burnt like me, I'd say, give it a second chance. You have to look at the leadership that Alex provides and how he's not an absentee, CEO. He's there day to day for you. So he'll take you through so you can maximize the use of it. And you sort of have to trust. You got to, you got to build the trust to get the results. I mean, it's all about building trust. I mean, and all this entrepreneurial stuff. Because guys that are out there selling these classes, I mean, you can't trust 90% of them. Because often you look at them and say, geez, if it was that good, why aren't they doing it themselves?
Sell more books. So that's what I got out of the program, that we could sell more books.
Now with what I've learned in your class, I was able to tweak. I mean, there's books that's just selling just on a weekly, daily. One book that I published this year, I don't know, between two of them, I probably sold 200 or 300 copies. But since I found out about you and learned, what I've learned through your teachings, since then, I mean, those new books that I have posted, right when I joined here, those are selling on an ongoing basis without me having to do anything. I have done so well organically. I'm not doing anything on social media. Okay. So I guess that is organic then. No paid ads and nothing on my part to push the book.
You've made it very cookie cutter from the, putting it out there and getting it published. And then in terms of marketing, it's almost brainless. You made it about as simple as you can make it, I think. Well, before I joined this one, before I joined your classes or your program, I had done a little bit of research. I had actually listened to a couple pitches by some of the other vendors, if you will. And none of them were as complete, and it's hard to get a sense for that unless you actually start using it. But even in the initial presentation, none of them were as complete as yours was. And that's why I ultimately ended up signing up with yours. So, I would say, do your research, go check out other people, but I can almost assure whoever it is that they'll come back to, your content and your classes.
Look, man, I'm not worried about the word. I can write a book. I've done that on my own. So now this is the stuff you're going to teach me it's the nuances, it's the strategies, it's that right there it was brilliant. It was the biggest thing for me. It's so wonderful because for me there's a feeling of certainty now where that I didn't have. I was still kind of figuring it out, but now that I figured it out, it's for me now like I'm relaxed in the sense that it's just about time and execution. But I know that I got the laser beam now.
Your program really helped me. It gave me hope so that the books I've already written and the books I want to write, I can bring it out into the world. I've discovered a way to bring out what I have inside me, to bring it out to the world. And the skills that you teach, it's priceless, man. I wouldn't learn them. I could have learned them, but it would have taken me decades to learn them. But you teach it so that we can learn it in a very fast way. It has skyrocketed my approach to book writing. Now I'm thinking of many more books that I want to publish. I would tell them, don't have second thoughts, because this is a good program and it will really help you finish what you want to finish quicker, and you learn the things that you can learn faster, the things that you need to learn to be able to become a publisher. I would recommend it to everybody.
A lot of people don't know where to start, where to go, it's about parameters. It's not usually knowing how many different things we can do. It's kind of narrowing it down. That's the hard part. And I find that this narrows it down. Like I was saying, I was kind of outside the lines a little bit, but we're pretty close. So it's like, okay, well, this closes me in to just do these things right now. So it's like a child. A child feels safer because there's a fence in the backyard. I feel like there are fences there that help people get it, that keeps them from running off the road. And it's a safety net for someone who doesn't have maybe all the years of experience that are going to be brought to the table from yourself, and then cumulatively with the other people that you have on board and the whole team.
Your program was more complete. I found it that you only not go with AI like some of them, but your program goes to ghostwriting, to go to Kindle, other sources that they just do books. And that's why I chose you too, besides that I like the program that was very complete. So I want to retire. And I saw through the program the opportunity to make money, besides the Social Security, and now we never know what's going to happen with that. And I said, well, that might be a good source of income. You motivated me, and you provided a program that I could manage. And I said, we're going to go ahead. And I had things in the way, but I just followed through. I'm very happy to be here.
Did a previous program, which was not great. And I was just like, I will never do something I will never go to a person like that again. And believe it or not, your personality sells. You're very humble, very kind. And that alone is enough to say, hey, I could recommend Alex's program.
I felt like you were a good example because you really made the money that you talk about. So I felt confident in asking you a question that I get a good answer. I did feel like when I reached you or your support reached me, they wrote a long paragraph explaining that's why this happened, So I felt like you care about us.
I'm very skeptical of somebody just telling me come and learn this, and they're not doing it. I've always been sort of skeptical about such courses online. So to me, that's a very important aspect of the course. To some people, it may not be important, but to me, it's one of the things I look out for. I'd rather join a course like that with such a person, an instructor that's doing what he says, what he's teaching me, and he's there to support me, than a course that somebody just puts out there. And the fact that the course is well structured, step by step. Those are the things I would advise somebody, They are the things I find very good in the course, and I would advise somebody else about it.
I love the fact that you're so patient. You are so and that's what I loved about, I got that. I'm pretty good about reading people's heart, and I can tell that you're not in it just for the, selling a quick quick course and then goodbye, figure it out on your own. I can tell that you're doing this to really help. Stay consistent in that for me. Every time I join, I see the consistency. You don't ever, you're still, consistently patient and pragmatic in how to explain it.
The fact that you are there, you are the owner, you have a team, and that's a must right there. So that we just on our own. So I would definitely recommend the person to get on board, to join. You put the face with the action and coaching us, all the way and every time. And you do it with your enthusiasm. It's not that, I don't think you just see that we join and we pay something. I think truly you want to see us successful as well.
Me, I'm already in advanced age, so to speak, but there are, I believe, beautiful things that's left for me to do. And I am not a writer, but there are many things that I want to put into a project. Even before, I was thinking of writing, as early as 5 years ago, I was thinking of writing a book. But now it's not even a year. We are even, not even 6 months. We're able to accomplish a lot already. I think it's well worth it. Whatever it is that we invested on in financial, and then the time that we put up, we are happy. And we are excited. We're both excited. All we need to do is put them all together in this system, the Publishing CEO. All we needed to do is just follow your instructions.
And I also really like the idea of being my own boss, of me putting something on Amazon, making money off of it without having to run an operation and managing, workers and a company and logistics and whatever. There's not too much overhead, right? On Amazon, you're not paying any overhead. They're just giving you royalties. Don't get, meaning it's work. Don't get sucked in by, people showing numbers and passive income. Listen to the sales pitch. Throw out what you don't want to hear, or throw out the fluff. Think about it in a real way. More like understand the business, understand where there's profit to be made, and make a choice based off of that. Don't let any, emotion control your decisions. And I think that you really want to do it before you do it, and then commit.
It helped me to expand my thinking, because remember, when I did my publishing, I didn't really have guidance, and that was 10 years ago. Had I had this program 10 years ago, I probably would have shaped the publishing a little bit.
I guess if they believe if with the right knowledge they can do it, then they should. Because I think with the right knowledge and you are ready to do the work, yeah, this program is definitely executable. Especially having somebody to help you, give you a okay or a green light or yellow light on your keyword. Because if you get your keyword, the pathway to actually get it done is getting that keyword nailed down and having somebody say, I think you should go for it. That's one thing I would say them. If you have somebody that can assist you with your keyword and you have the energy, to kind of get it to the end, then you should come on board.
Yeah, actually, I have learned a lot by hearing what's happening with others, and I actually learned really well that way. I was able to recognize people saying this happened to them, and I'm like, yep, I could see that happening to me, because I would have done what you did, and so now I won't make that same mistake. You've provided solutions when people have run up against the wall. It's like step 3 or step 4, and that way I would know what to do. I would say jump right in, then you're going to do fine. You guys provide plenty of information, and the videos are very helpful. And like you said, follow along and do what I do as I'm telling you to do it. Just pause the video and go ahead and do it. You want them to just learn by doing. Follow me, listen to what I tell you, stop the video, go ahead and do it. And that's a really good technique.
Before I joined, I vaguely saw ads for, another group that was doing it, but there was something about yours that obviously resonated with me, and I'm so glad that it did. Especially your onboarding. That was you just feel like you're part of a family, like from the get-go. And I'm not so sure that I would get that anywhere else. So that's what I would say to somebody. Look, if you want to invest your time and your money into this program, you know, you want to have the support, and you know, you want to feel like you are a part of it, and you know, get that, you know, give and take back and forth, so it feels like a family. And that's what I would tell them.
When you can find a program that actually helps out, not take advantage of you and just leave you under the road for real. Because I had a couple of programs, man, they left you out there to dry. After you get the program, man, you don't hear from them like 6-7 months, and then they're gone, and then, you know, something else come up. So I wanted to be able to leave something behind. Even after I die, I've got a publishing company with published books, and, you know, I can put that under my resume and leave something for my kids, for at least generational wealth. So, you know, something they can't blow through easy. Publishing CEOs, I'm like, that's the group that I'm with for real. I'm like, yo, everybody's their own boss. They show you how to make books. We talk about our books, like doing reviews. We get different tips on the next books and the content that goes in books. Really, in the group, you don't even need that, because once we go to the meetings, everybody's like family, because even the same problem you're going through, somebody else is going through the same thing, and then you can listen to different tips. So we bounce our tips and stuff off of each other to see, you know, if that maybe work for me. Maybe it worked for them. Let's see if it works for me. So, but our group is so concentrated in people who are actually trying to help each other to do better, which is a good thing, man. You can't really find groups like that. You either find somebody bashing the shit out what you're doing, or bad talking you or whatever. Our group is so positive.